I've been feeling so down, yeah. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why I'm down, yeah. No friends of mine around, yeah. Now I'm thinking
Hello you guys, it's Charlotte. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up the month of March in my bullet journal here. I have been keeping this bullet journal since the beginning of 2021. It's actually one of my proudest accomplishments. I've never kept a bullet journal this long. So I am super excited to start filling out a brand new month. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below, like this video, and leave me a comment because I love chatting with you guys in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into this video.
Just waste away, don't know what life about. Another day go by, don't know what got me down.
So at the beginning of each month in my bullet journal, I like to do a 2-page spread, kind of starting off the month. I think that's such a cute way to start your little spread. And the way I do it is by having one page, which is kind of more decorative. This is the page that has the little mini calendar, as I like to call it. And then the other page has this little wreath that says the name of the month. And I will be doing that in a second. I'm doing the little mini calendar page first, as you guys can see. And the theme that I've picked for my bullet journal, at least so far, I've really liked it, is kind of imperfect doodles. So you can see I'm doing these flower doodles and these plants and vines and all of that stuff in the corners of this little outline box for the mini calendar. I absolutely adore these flowers and drawing these plants and these leaves. I've been going through such a massive plant phase recently where plants just they make me so happy because they're just so cute and they add such vibrant colors to anything, whether it's real life or in a drawing. So I really like to make sure that I add a lot of green and a lot of plant life, especially in my bullet journal. And then you guys can see I'm going in and actually making the mini calendar, and for that one I do a regular calendar where I start on Sunday and end on Saturday. I only mention that because later on in the bullet journal you'll see I do a different style, but for the big calendar at the beginning of the month I do the traditional start on Sunday, end on Saturday calendar. And I like to just do a little bit of a heading in pink for the days of the week just to make that stand out a little bit, and then I go in and I add all the numbers on the calendar to make it look like a calendar. Then I go in and I color all of my roses and my plants. I absolutely adore the way that this turns out every time. I've done this for every month so far, and it's just such a cute banner, I guess, corner decoration. I just love them so much. And then I do the same style on the next page for the wreath. So you can see I'm doing the same flowers, the same plants, the same vines. And I do kind of a big doodle on the bottom and then a smaller version of that doodle on the top. And I just feel like that frames the name of the month really nicely. You'll see in a second that I'm about to write out March in my fake calligraphy. If anyone was curious, I'm using the Sharpie S-Gel black pen for all of my line work. This is a really nice pen. It's a gel pen, but Sharpie. I don't really know how to explain it. It's one of the best pens I've ever used. I would highly recommend this pen. And then I'm using just Crayola markers. We got these years and years ago. These are the markers we've always had at my house, so I just like to use these because I think you can do a bullet journal with anything that you have. You don't have to have any fancy materials, just a black pen and some colors, whatever colors you want. You guys can see that my color scheme is this pretty blush pink, nice deep green. I use a kind of light, caramel brown color, and then gray. I think these 4 colors go really nicely together. And then I also use brown paper accents. This is the other style of calendar I was talking about a little bit earlier. For my weekly spreads, which I've moved on to now, you guys can see up in the top left-hand corner, I use a little square of brown paper and I write out the calendar for the whole month and then highlight each specific week for the corresponding weeks in my bullet journal. So the one I'm working on right now is the second week in March, so the little white box is around the second week in the square calendar. And like I said earlier, for these ones, I start it on Monday because I start my to-do list boxes, I guess, I start those on Monday and I want everything to line up really nicely. And I just use a really simple style for my weekly spreads. This is so easy for me to fill out, follow. I make all my little to-do lists in the spaces under each of the days. You guys can see I just list out all the days of the week and then the date next to the day. So like Monday the 15th, Tuesday the 16th, on and on and on. And then I also have a little to-do for this week box in that space above Thursday and right next to Monday underneath the brown paper calendar. That's where I write in things that I want to accomplish for the whole week, but not like on any specific day. More of a general to-do list kind of idea. And I really like having that because it kind of takes the pressure off, but you still have that in your list. It's still on your mind. So like I said, this layout for the weekly spreads works really, really well for me. I've been using it since January, since I started this bullet journal. I would really recommend it if you're into making to-do lists, because I love making to-do lists, but I would always have them in different places. I'd always make them on sticky notes or grab a random piece of paper, and they'd just be all over the place. I'd never be able to keep track of my different to-do lists. So this has been really nice for me because I have all of my to-do lists in the same place for every day. If I have to move something from like my Monday to-do list to my Wednesday to-do list, it's super easy because I can see everything I've written out for the whole week, and I just really like that flexibility. So I would highly recommend this approach to a weekly bullet journal setup if you're considering doing a bullet journal. I would also highly recommend doing a bullet journal if you're considering it. And then lastly, I'm just going in, I forgot to do this when I was doing the mini calendar, but I'm highlighting important days on the mini calendar. I filled in every Sunday and Thursday of the month because that's when I post on YouTube, and the 1st and the 15th because those are important dates for some other things going on in my life. And now I'm just gonna do a flip through for you guys so you can see everything that I did when it's not sped up and just really get an idea of the details and all that stuff. So enjoy. Alright you guys, so that is how I fill out my bullet journal for every month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more bullet journaling videos, because I do really love keeping up with my bullet journal. It's so much fun, it's so relaxing, and it's becoming one of my favorite hobbies. So let me know in the comments, or you can message me on my Instagram if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. But that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!